Kurt back again, and I just weighed the model of the battleship Bismarck. This is a RC combat model, meaning that it's armed with BB cannons and is designed to be put in harm's way, fight other model warships with BB cannons to do damage and sink each other, and to be repaired, patched, and do it all over again. So this is a veteran of the hobby. So I just weighed the model, and we're just gonna weigh it again, but I got my first reading of 37.2 pounds to be exact. Plus I added the pound of CO2 that goes in the bottle, so that brings it up to 38.2 pounds. And with the ammunition, so we're looking at about probably 38.4, almost 38.5 pounds, if that. But that's pretty good. She's supposed to weigh between, she's in the number, she's there, you know. So depending on the bottle I use, the larger bottle will bring me up to 39 plus the CO2. So we're looking at between 38 and 40 pounds, which is where the model should be sitting. So for you guys out there with Bismarcks, you might reconsider ballasting your Bismarck to actually reflect how it's supposed to sit in the water. It is a low ship in the water. It doesn't have a lot of freeboard. The freeboard amidships is actually only 15 feet. Okay, and about 5 meters between the top to the waterline, amidships. The stern and the bow, especially the stern, when you're looking out on an angle, she looks fat. That's because the stern actually rises up. And looking at that large stern, as it rises up, it gives you the sense that the rest of the ship is quite fat, high out of the water. It's not. It's actually low in the water. And when she's fully loaded, she's low like a clipper ship. So if you ever look at a clipper ship hull, look at the way it's slooped in the water, and you'll see you get this low profile behind the bow and behind the stern, run along the midships. She is a low ship in the water. See a lot of Bismarcks out there that have the hull height down to here. Looks quite high out of the water. Well, yeah, she looks quite fat. And she's not a fat ship. She's actually very well proportioned. Very balanced. Gorgeous hull. This is not the most accurate hull I have. This was designed for combat, so there are some liberties to it. The armor belt here should not be down this low from the deck. It should actually be up a bit. The bow here was purposely rounded more than that on the actual ship. And the reason for that is for RC combat. BBs striking the thinnest part of that bow will actually take chunks out of it. So to alleviate that, the bow is actually rounded more. Same with the stem. Those minor errors aside, the ship out on the water pretty closely matches the real one. Considering, now I know you're going to say, yeah, but the barrels don't point downward. No, of course they don't. The barrels are pointed downward on this model because they're BB cannons, and by the rules they have to be pointed downward. We can't have them up in the air. Okay, so if you see a model boat and it has these odd pointing barrels downward, and some barrels are sticking up, well, the downward ones are actually probably the firing BB cannons. Generally you can tell by seeing a pin inserted in them. But if they're firing, the pins will be removed. Okay? So just to let you guys know that. There's a lot of stuff on this model here that I kind of took ideas from the first superstructure. And then I know they're not accurate looking, so that's okay. It's worked on this model. Nobody's noticed. I have turrets to build. Turrets is going to have all the detail, the accurate detail that I couldn't manage with this one. Okay, so I'll finally get my chance to do the job right. But overall, I'm pleased with this beast. This was my first major kit battleship for an extreme hobby, RC warship combat. Ran the club 10 years as the flagship with this boat. Yamato did take over for a period of time, but the Bismarck was always forefront there. Same thing at the shows. Even when she's standing next to pristine models, she always gets the attention. It's probably because of the infamy of the ship. other than that though, 26 years, going up to 27 now. This is my Bismarck. Hope you enjoyed it. Next ship up on the list, we'll do a little presentation of the North Carolina battleship. And this is Kurt, signing off.